Everything in Pittsburgh deserves a tailgate at Rohrich Toyota. And Jay
we're
Hud.
tailgating the front of the car today.
We are, because it's a little
front gate.
dark and close
front
off
gate.
back there.
But
so.
we're out of sync because we're the only two without a leather jacket.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Us
look.
writers, we stick together.
Yeah.
Just saying.
So-
I kept a leather jacket my mom got me for 20 years. It was either a class ring or a leather jacket.
Oh.
I took the leather jacket,
I would do the same.
and I loved that leather jacket. I'll never forget it. We went to Century 3 Mall. We got it.
Century 3.
It was black, 3/4 length, inside pockets. It was the best.
Yeah.
Nice.
From the mall.
Minutes from
Well,
mom.
in-
Well, that's
That's
another car dealer.
That
Why
is,
would you
that's
do
right.
it?
He gave me-
What's the matter with you?
Anyways, the cool
worst.
thing is that's out in the same area where we're going to talk
Right.
about
Yes.
where aviation started here in Pittsburgh. But before
Oh,
we do that,
Let's welcome Sue and Brian.
Yeah.
Oh,
wanna
okay.
do that?
It's your
Yeah,
show,
absolutely.
Jason.
Take
Go ahead.
it over,
Welcome
Jason.
to Rohrich Toyota. We're happy to have you. It's a great holiday season, so can't wait to hear about what you guys. I got a little preview of what you're here to talk about, so I'm pretty excited
Yes,
about that.
yes.
I love history, so.
And
that's
as
great.
we know, somewhere along the way in this video, someone's going to get a gift by if they just listen.
Okay,
right?
they
At the
have to
end,
listen.
We will tell it. All right. So in the meantime, this car
Well,
right
just
here.
real quick, we have the Land Cruiser. It's Toyota-thon. So if you're looking for a car for you, your family member, friends, neighbors, whoever, come down, have tons of fun, buy a car. It's the Christmas season. We're holiday season. We're in a very giving mood. We have lots of
holiday
cars
season.
on the ground ready for sale. Tacomas, Tundras, RAV4s, Camrys, Land Cruisers, which this is the Land
I
Cruiser.
love this. Yeah.
This slots between the Sequoia and the 4Runner, so it's a little bit bigger than a 4Runner, a little bit smaller than the Sequoia, but it is perfect for the family adventurer or anyone who wants to go out and just drive their family around and have plenty of space to do so. Seating for 5 in North America. It has the hybrid powertrain, and the hybrid powertrain is for power,
Okay.
not fuel economy. Okay, 326 horsepower, 465 pound-feet of torque, and a 4-cylinder turbo with an 8-speed automatic. I'm saying a lot of things here.
He's not even using a cue card.
There is a
Right.
giant electric motor between the transmission and the engine, which provides all of that power. Toyota is the best when it comes to engine design, transmission, and hybrid. We've been doing it since 1997, and they figured out a way through all these years of R&D and research how to get hybrid powertrain for power in their trucks. And that is what Toyota is doing to offset, getting smaller. We went away from a V8. We went away from a 6-cylinder. How do we get power into these cars for performance?
Well,
All of that was said while his boss was walking by.
And we see your
Excellent
powerful
job.
engine and call you out because we're going to more powerful engines about flying.
Yes,
John, that was
and
good.
this is exciting. So come on in.
Come on in.
Everybody have a happy holiday and a great new year. We'll see you guys
Happy
next week.
holidays. Let the
and,
merry bells.
Don't
keep
forget,
ringing.
Toyota-thon. It goes through the end of the month. Come down and get your best deal on it.
And now Aviation-a-thon,
All right.
right? All right, Brian
Speaking
and
of
Sue. Right, Brian and Sue from the Heinz History Center. And you guys were on our parade. And we made this big announcement. Last week you had a big announcement. Everything in Pittsburgh deserves a tailgate, including a new book by both of you. Tell us a little bit about it.
Well, it's called Bettis, where Pittsburgh Aviation took off, written by myself and Sue. 5 years of research and then a few months of all-night, overnight writing, cramming. But it's here in stock, published by the Heinz History Center. And it's all about the golden age of aviation in Pittsburgh, the 1920s and 30s, and all the men and women who took daring leaps before everything was standardized. And it was a lot of fun to write, and I think it's a lot of fun to read.
So the typical Pittsburgher is going to say, so this is about Jerome. It is not. We love Jerome Bettis, but
No.
Bettis was what? What is the reason for
So
the name?
Bettis was named after a man named
Yes.
Bettis. No relation.
No
we know.
relation,
Although they
yes.
were both from what, Michigan, I think?
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So,
there you
no,
go.
no.
Some connection.
Some
yeah.
connection. No, Cyrus Bettis was actually an Army pilot. He set all sorts of records, but even as wonderful a pilot as he was, he couldn't overcome the dangers of flying, and he had a horrible and a very brave end. But about 2 months after he died, they named this airport, which was brand new at the time. It was the Pittsburgh McKeesport Airport, and they named it after him.
How about
And
that?
not to be confused with the current Allegheny County Airport,
Right,
right? Because it's
right.
in the same general area.
Right, and
Right.
it was actually the county airport that eclipsed Bettis because aviation was just growing by leaps and bounds, and this little airport just couldn't keep up with all of it.
The little
So
airport that could.
I know it
So
really.
cute.
That's what I called it.
Right,
throughout
right,
our writing. It
right.
really was the little airport that could. But it was just for its brief time in the sun, if you will. Everyone came through here. Lindbergh came through here. All of the aviators of the day, and we had, as I said at our parade, we had our own Amelia Earharts.
Right.
And I'm wearing a red scarf in honor of one of them. Her name was Helen Ball, and she was actually the wife of one of the founders. And the story goes that she was flying back from D.C. She was a really good pilot in and of herself. Borrowed a scarf, a red scarf from a friend, because you're up in these open cockpit planes and it's cold. It blows off while she's flying. She watches it fly by. She comes into land at Bettis, and they're all standing there watching her land because it had caught on the wires of the plane and was just kind of flying behind. Like, why are you flying these colors? Oh. But she was really happy because she got to
Wow.
give her scarf back to somebody.
I love that. That's a
Yeah.
great story. And we can expect other stories in this, right?
Yes.
There's little excerpts and stories from the research that you guys do?
Absolutely.
Yep, there's 50 short chapters, so even if you have a short attention span,
And you like pictures. Lots of pictures.
3 minutes later, you've finished a whole chapter.
That's awesome. So people can go to the Heinz History Center to purchase the book, but can they order online as well?
They can. The History Center also has it online.
Yes.
And we've signed a whole bunch of books, so order and they'll ship it right out to you.
Speaking of, John, what do we do at the end of every one of our Toyota tailgates?
At the end, we have a question of the day, but we also give away something. So, Brian and Sue, what will you guys be willing to give away to the person who says, I would like a copy of the book? You jag
You
off.
jag off.
This is it.
This
We'd
is
be
it.
happy to give a copy.
Signed. I mean,
Yes.
how cool is that? That's
Yes.
a perfect holiday gift. Don't re-gift though, because that's against
No,
the
because we'll
rules.
personalize it.
Right.
So you
They're
don't
gonna
want to.
personalize it, so
Your
no
Aunt
gifting
Betty does
here.
not want a book signed to
There you go.
Uncle Tom.
Yeah,
All
not
right.
happening.
There you go.
All right, so if you were going to a tailgate, you guys, what would you bring?
Pierogies.
Oh, that's a good
Pierogies,
answer.
yeah.
I thought you were going to say chipped ham. but that was
Chocolate.
good.
I'd bring lots and lots of chocolate because that's what pilots kept with them to keep.
Is
She's
that
good.
right?
Yeah,
Oh,
she's good.
look,
All right,
she's on
check it out.
brand.
They can find it at the Heinz History Center.org.
Yep.
Easy enough. Happy